figured out, bro. You got it. Oh, all right. All right. This is the third time now. Hopefully, the technical difficulties have gone because I've been going through technical difficulties, but hopefully now the technical difficulties have gone away. But welcome to the first ever episode of the Ville. But keep dropping, as you know. Yeah, yeah. Hey, J-Pop, can you hear me? Um, want to make sure that people can hear me. Am I good to go? Make sure I'm good to go before I start this show because we got a lot to talk about. Training camp is here for Carolina because our Hall of Fame game is in 2 weeks. But before anything, make sure you guys can hear me. Make sure I'm good to go. Mm, so, mm, delete, delete. Ooh. Am I good to go? Make sure people can hear me. Yeah, StreamYard's kind of acting weird. It's kind of kicking me, but you know, making sure you guys can hear me before we get started. I'm good, J-Pop? All right, thank you. All right, thank you, thank you. Um, but yeah, welcome to the first ever episode. Um, I'm excited to get this going. It's my own little platform and channel. So we dealing with some technical difficulties right now, but hopefully, but just work with me. I'm streaming from my phone, so I'm really starting from the ground. All right, all right. As I was saying, um, I'm excited to get to do my own thing with this YouTube thing, bring my knowledge to the game of you to the YouTube game and YouTube streets, and hopefully you guys rock with me through this ride. Of course, we gonna start from the ground up. I'm starting from my phone, but just work with me as I learn StreamYard and things like that. It's a very special day today because today is my birthday, so I decided to do this on my birthday. But you know, as I said, I'm a all right, all right, all right. As I was saying, just work with me through these things going on when it comes to StreamYard, but I'm learning my way through it as well. But as I said again, what's up, TK? Little technical difficulties, but this is my first time, so I'm going with the flow of it. What's good? What's good? Can you hear me, TK? I mean, as long as you guys can hear me and we good, we straight. All right, all right. Um, as I was saying, I don't know, but read when you can. All right. As I was saying, I just want to make this channel the best. I'm gonna put my all into this channel, and you guys stick with me through the grind. What's up, KJ? Um, hold. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, KJ. Appreciate you joining for the first ever episode. We going through the little technical difficulties right now, but we going through a little technical difficulty with StreamYard, but I'm still. It's not gonna stop me from making this show great because I'm still, working through it. Yeah. But as I said, I'm a Panther, and as you know, we got our depth tested early, and we just gonna jump straight into the show. While we have these technical difficulties, it's not gonna stop the show because I'm gonna still keep. I'm gonna do what I do. So I do thank everybody for pulling up. I thank everybody for joining me on the first ever episode. Um, as I said, we we gonna let the show keep going. We got a lot to talk about. Here, in Carolina, our Hall of Fame game in 2 weeks, and I'm super excited to get this show on the road. We on the road to the season. Yeah. Oh, J Park. Okay, I'm uh I'm gonna show on my stage actually. All right, hold on. All right, I can see. We have a little technical difficulties. Appreciate it, J Park. He said, "Yo, first question." All right, let me look at your first question real quick. First question: do you think y'all are gonna use the depth on the roster to replace Nick or go find a GA? Well, honestly, I would answer this and say that Nick Scorton was a very valuable piece, but our coordinator EJ Avero usually does not like starting young guys unless he has to, because last year we brought in a veteran known as Pat Jones, but he got hurt, and that's why Nick Scorton was able to start in the first place. But to answer your question, I I think that Carolina would go if they felt the need to have a free agent, a big free agent. I think they already would have pulled the trigger on that, J-Pop, unless it was truly needed. I think they're confident in the guys that they have right now behind Nick Scorton. And I love Nick Scorton, but you know, it's just next man up mentality in Carolina here, and that's just what we believe in and things like that. As I said again, these technical difficulties not But yeah. What's up, NH? Having a little technical difficulties, but I'm still here. Trust me, it's not gonna stop the show. I'm gonna do this. So I appreciate the question though, J Park. Um, I actually do think Princely's going to step in whenever he's given his opportunity. I think because the kid last season did open his mouth and talk a big talk, so now he has to put up or shut up. So that's my opinion when it comes to Princely Umam yelling from Ole Miss. Um, he showed some good speed when he came out of college. Good. But that's my personal opinion when it comes to Princely. But I think Princely gets his opportunities. But honestly, I think the veteran Pat Jones coming back from the injury will be the one who gets the early down reps. But I think based off the package, when Princely gets in there, I think he'll make the most of his opportunity. I've heard, but of course, it's sad to lose Nick. He was very promising. I understand, TK. I mean, yeah, you have to. I mean, again, he tore his ACL. It's but as I said again, when it comes to this show specifically, there's going to be a lot with this show, and there will be player breakdowns. And you guys have a player you want me to break down, just let me know. That's sad. He's a good player. Hate to see that first down. Yeah, man. I mean, that's sad. But again, TK, it's a physical sport. People are gonna get hurt. It's next man up. Do you think that? So actually, I think because he's also coming off an ACL, J-Pac, I think you have to kind of wheel him in. But do I think? I think Brooks will eventually have that spot. I think he will eventually take that spot, J-Pac. I do. But when it comes to Brooks right now, no, because I think they want to ease him in because Chuba's the veteran. I think Chuba at the start will get the bulk of the carries. I like Jonathan Brooks. I'm not a huge fan of Chuba Hubbard. I think Chuba's just a solid running back. Nothing special. He doesn't provide the dynamic ability or the juice out the backfield that we've been looking for that would drastically help this offense. And the guy that everybody has question marks about, who is Bryce Young. But that's just, and again, everybody has their opinions on the quarterback. But again, here's my standpoint on it. If Bryce succeeds, the team succeeds. I support the quarterback because he's the quarterback of my team. That doesn't mean I don't want to see more. But do you think Brooks will, if healthy, bring the juice? Um, I think if healthy, he can definitely bring the juice because he is the most talented back in our running back room. But that's my, can the team succeed if Bryce is just average? The only way that happens if we have a top 5 defense. about my wide receiver core, they're a bunch of young guys who understand that they have to step up along with the quarterback. Um, I believe in Ted. Um, I think that Coker healthy is our second best receiver, and it's really just a battle for the young guys to see who truly is going to be the guy. But as I said again, um, I don't think that I have a too much fear in the wide receiver core unless Tet was to go down for a significant amount of time. Prayers that doesn't happen. Big prayers that does not happen. But as I said again, thanks, bloody. Thanks, bloody. You know, it is raining here in the Carolinas. That might be the reason why I'm cutting in and out, but it's not gonna stop my show. Yeah, yeah, it's not gonna stop my show. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, they said he's been turning a lot of heads in training camp already. We're 2 days in. Yeah, it would be nice, but I think Excel just I honestly think if Excel's put in the right position to succeed, he can also do very well. He just has to fix some things that cannot be. He just has to fix his field awareness. Oh yeah, Shaw Smith Wade. That's another sleeper, but that has something to do with our secondary and our depth of our secondary, which I believe is one of is if not the strongest position on this team, or corners, if I should say. That's my personal opinion. And again, I mean, since we're talking, and what hi, Miss Pammy. Well, the topic of the topic of the day, bloody, was training camp. It's training camp. I mean, it's really training camp, but I already know that a lot of people, when they view training camp, they, I mean, hey, Miss Pammy, and thank you. And as I said again, the topic of the day was training camp, bloody, because we in day 2 right now, and I've heard a lot. Tet spoke today. He talked about and he talked to but he actually talked about more of him having more confidence in not only him but also in himself, but also the play calling in Bryce Young this season. And so I have no doubt that Ted is gonna be as good as he was the first time, you know. Um well again, we heard a lot Shaw Smith Wade turning some heads in training camp. I saw the clip of him read Bryce Young in the zone and make some good plays. Um, mm, I don't want to. That's not what I wanted to freaking do. God damn it! I didn't want to do that. I want to delete that. I might keep clicking that. But when it comes to training camp, as I said, they said Shaw Smith Wade turning some heads. They said that Chris Brazel's turning some heads. A lot of fans don't like how Excel's still body catching. We're not going to touch on Excel. Um, but Heard a lot of good things. Dave Canales spoke on Bryce's leadership. Yeah, yeah. I heard, man. I heard that defense definitely making some plays out there. Bryce has had 3 picks, but Bryce has also bounced back with some touchdowns of his own. So, you know, it's just it just all the it just really, I mean, I would expect no less from the best unit on the team, which is the defense. I mean, I knew that defense was gonna be a problem. I do, Miss Pammy. Give me 1 second. That's the thing I gotta. Whoa, what's happening? Um, what the hell is going on? Let me remove. Let me remove. Okay. Instead of dig on Bryce could be positive for secondary. Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, never. We don't always have to dig on the quarterback, man. I mean, because again, like everybody does that a lot. My stance is my stance on the quarterback. I know people have their opinions, but I see it from both sides, and I'd rather just stay neutral in that sense. But that's just me. But I've done a lot of talking. I want to know how to drop the link on this thing and stuff. Hey Izzy, how do you do that? I'm still like working out the kinks and stuff. Oh, for sure, bloody. I heard Willie got beat by Chris Brazel when Bryce threw that pick and Bryce threw a nice deep ball to him for a touchdown. So definitely got to. But that's just me. Sorry though, I'm cutting in and out because it's raining here in the Carolinas, so might be a little technical difficulties. But again, as I said, it's not gonna stop my show. Only thing I want to figure out now is how to drop the link in this thing. Something I want to know how to do. That's something I want to know. I want to do that. But yeah, but that's my stance on it. Have a little technical difficulties, but as I said, it's not gonna stop my show. And but what I want to know how to do is drop the link on this thing. Maybe I don't. I mean, probably won't be linked for the first show. It just be me. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. As I said again, I'm just working with StreamYard for the first show. The next shows will definitely have but hopefully we don't have this many technical difficulties next time. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. Probably won't be link for the first one. Wait a minute. Wait, again. Mm, Um, what's up, Quantum? What's up, Quantum? Having a little technical difficulties, but hopefully you doing good. Um, it's a little, it's a lot, but Ville Kid, how the running back look? Running back room is a wait and see for me, bloody, based off everybody talking about Jonathan Brooks, but I think Chuba is solid enough to get the job done, and we are hoping that and we're just hoping that Jonathan Brooks. But yeah, having a little, as I said again, it's raining here, so that's probably why the technical difficulties is happening. But again, as I said, it's not going to stop me. Hey, Quantum, how are you doing? Quantum, you can hear me, right? Make sure you can hear me. Um, ETN, how he been looking so far? If you know, haven't really heard from ETN. The first day we heard about Jonathan Brooks, we haven't really heard from ETN so far, bloody. I haven't really heard anything from ETN so far. I haven't really heard much of anything from him so far. Definitely trying, you know, so but I appreciate the question though, bloody. But nah, I haven't really heard anything from ETN though. I just know that I just know if they all three work together and the coordinator can put them in positions to succeed, I just I believe that they can all be used in this offense and can help out the quarterback and can help out the team in which we need them because our depth is being tested already. And I pray that but as I said, we are yeah, Quantum, you know, I'm doing good though. Appreciate you, Quantum. But I haven't really heard from ETN, but I believe that if the coaches can put the guys in positions to succeed and we execute, I believe I believe that this team can improve from a season ago. Because that schedule is needed for this team to show who we believe this team is. And our depth is being tested as early before the season. So it's good that it's before the season. So it might be a blessing in disguise. Losing Nick hurts, but now, but I, but all, But I mean, all we can do is hope and pray that everybody stays healthy and that there's no excuses. There's not going to be any excuses because injuries is not an excuse because that's a part of the game. And I have all the confidence in the world in our coaching staff to get those boys ready, especially on that offensive line and D line and defense to get the most out of the guys. So I have no fear in that. But I'm going through technical difficulties, but it's something I just making sure that everything's good to go. And this is my first stream, so so the tweaks will be made. So, you know, I might have to do a part 2 of this if it keeps doing this, I might do a part 2, which I'm down to do a part 2, make sure everything's good to go. But, you know, so hopefully I can get you people on the panel and want to chat with me and me run my own thing on my own panel. Cause right now, for the first part of this, we'll call this part 1. Um, Part 2 of this will definitely be happening because I gotta fix these technical difficulties. So if you guys are excited for part 2, Izzy, part 2, I got you with the link, but I gotta fix the technical difficulties for a second. So give me 1 second. Yeah, I know, but I'll be back for part 2. Give me about 30 minutes. So definitely, so I definitely get you guys in on the panel. But if you guys excited for part 2, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm the Ville Kid. Let's get it. We out.